Hi, my name is Vishal Tak from the Runner Core team, and this is a demo for platform services. Let's start with what is platform service. As the name suggests, these are services provided by GitLab, the platform, to the running job. Each platform service will be available in the job's execution environment as a Unix socket, where the step runner listens for gRPC traffic. The user can connect to these Unix sockets without any additional authentication from the job's execution environment. And all traffic from these sockets are transparently proxied to the GitLab runner, which handles these gRPC calls. Since the GitLab runner knows which step runner is executing which job, since it is already connected to the step runner, it already knows the context in which the traffic has arrived, and thus no additional authentication is needed on the user's end while connecting to these Unix sockets. Some concrete examples of platform services are uh, a gRPC call for job creation, for artifact signing, for secret retrieval or generation, or for a proxy to AI gateway. Basically, anything that you would want to provide as a platform feature to all or some of your jobs. These platform services can either be handled in the GitLab runner process itself, or we can further extend it to forward it to other gRPC listeners running on the GitLab runner host. This would allow the customer to provide their own platform services for their own custom needs, which they can register at a runner config level. So let's jump into the code base and see what this looks like. So we are right now in the GitLab runner code base, and when we are executing, right before we are executing the steps, uh, we what we do is we register a bidirectional stream with the already connected GitLab run with the step runner, and then we register the different gRPC services that we will be mounting from the step runner, that the step runner will be proxying to GitLab runner. So this is basically telling the GitLab runner that these are the services that you need to handle, and Git step runner can proxy to you for these services. And we just start a go routine for starting these handler. And that's about it. That's essentially what the core code base code for GitLab runner is. Let's jump into the step runner. Um, this is the handle services call that we just saw above over here, uh, the handle services call. And all it is doing is it is creating a bidirectional stream in the for the RPC that we've defined over here. Uh, Here is the RPC. It's a bidirectional stream, and it's returning it, right? And this is the actual implementation of that handle RPC call. It just extracts the job ID, and it registers the, keeps track of the stream, and it just keeps the stream open for the job until the job is cancelled, or the context is cancelled, or the client disconnects, right? Finally, when the actual step is being executed, this function would be called. And right over here, what we are doing is we are essentially starting a service manager, and we are starting each platform service that has been provided in the execution configuration in the request setting platform services. And we are starting this service. What this will do is it will start a create a Unix socket, listen for Unix traffic on it, and register a generic service handler. What the reason for this is, the benefit of this is we don't really need to know what this gRPC server does or what its definition is. We we just blindly accept any gRPC traffic on this Unix socket and forward it to GitLab runner. And the benefit of this is the step runner need not know about any of the platform services. As far as it is concerned, Platform services for step runner is essentially proxying traffic from the Unix socket in the job execution environment to the GitLab runner, and then whatever the GitLab runner responds back with, it will just send it back to the calling gRPC call, right? So it kind of allows us to decouple these things where the step runner need not know about the platform services or how they work or their protocol definitions. And that's about it. This is what the code looks like. Um, and before I go any further, this is what so in the GitLab runner itself, we have a service handler. This is a generic service handler for handling any kind of service request, because like I mentioned, the step runner can send request for any gRPC calls that are being made, right? So uh, what we are doing over here is when we are starting this, we intelligently pass the traffic and uh, forward it to all the registered service handlers. Right now, I have two services that I've registered, which is the job creation service. I've just returned a mock response for the purposes of this demo. And another service that I have is a service signing artifact service. Again, a mock response, right? So let's start the GitLab runner and execute a job. I was demonstrate what this looks like. The current, sorry, the current GitLab CI definition is essentially start with this image and do a gRPC call on these sockets, right? This is basically discovery calls to say what all gRPC methods are available, and then I'm making the gRPC call for the create job on the job creation socket, and I'm making another call on the signing socket. So let's run this pipeline and see what it looks like. As you can see, the first call gave us a response of that this is the service available, and then the second time we actually made the call to the service with the create job method. This is the response that we received, and similarly. So let's run another job where I'll just showcase. We can actually I'll just showcase the same thing, but right. This is sorry, this one. Right? And this is nothing more than it's just going to sleep, so we can exec into the container environment and see what that looks like. See? So yeah, it has gone, and what I'll do right now is I'll just exec into the container. Here is the container. And these are just uh, files, logs. So as you can see, there are two sockets. This is the step runner socket that was already available. These are two new platform services socket that we've just registered. And now let's just try making the gRPC curl calls that we defined earlier. So this will list the services on this socket. And then let's make another gRPC call for creating the job creation, right? This is it. So as you can see, with Platform Runner, we can provide any feature to the running jobs. And this unlocks a lot of value for us. Case in point being the job creation API, job creation platform service. Um, this will allow us, this will allow users to programmatically configure their CI configuration or CI jobs instead of statically writing long, complicated YAMLs, which become unmaintainable after a certain point. The best case in point being the GitLab project itself. Um, so yeah, this is what platform services are. And Thank you for watching the demo.